What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be revealing to you my entire strategy. I've never done this before. Let's get right into it. So first, we're going to look at the charts. There's three main things I look for when I'm trading in regards to levels on the chart. So the first thing I look at are the sessions. There's three main sessions: Asia, London, and New York. Asia session is in red, New York is in blue, and London session is in yellow. Now I look for three main areas off of these sessions. I look for session highs, session lows, and I look for session opens. So the session highs and lows are self-explanatory. It's the highest price was during that session, the low is the lowest the price was during that session, and the opens are actually the first 15-minute candle of that session, or in other words, where the session opened. So right here, you can see that I marked out this session open. This was on Thursday, so this was the New York open right here. This also doubled as the New York high. So this is a major area of liquidity. An area of liquidity is an area on the chart where there's lots of orders, so that means that price is likely to have a large reaction when it nears this area or when it touches this area. So right here, let's go over a trade that I actually took on this level. So we're going to do a full trade breakdown. So this was a trade that was taken because of a break and retest off of this New York open area right here. So you can see right here, this is the New York open. First 15-minute candle, price came below the New York open, so price broke below. So then I expected price to break, retest, and then continue moving down. So that's also known as a break and retest setup. That's what I played. So I had my entry right here, I had my stops right here, and I got out of this trade for around a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. So I'm targeting a high risk to reward ratio, meaning I'm risking $1 to make $3 back, and obviously I'm trading with a lot more than $1. I'm trading with around $1,000, so $1,000 to make $3,000 back. Specifically, I made $2,780 on this trade. So now let's find another setup to learn more about this strategy. Right here, this is from today. We had another break and retest setup. I targeted a much lower risk to reward on this trade, but I still made money, so that's what matters. So my stop was right above this area right here. My take profit was at about 8 points. I actually called the setup out on the live stream, which I'll show you in a little bit, and all of our members of the Discord were able to make money live with me. So I'll show you that in 1 second. But first of all, let's go over this strategy. So right here, we have the New York open again, right? First 15 minutes. And then we have the New York low. So we had to bounce off that low. And we came up, we retested the New York open, and then we moved down. So we had a similar setup, right? So breakthrough, retest, and then move back down. So when you're playing a break and retest, you are playing the retest to continue in the direction of the break. So we broke through the downside, then we retested, and then we're playing the retest to continue moving back down. So if we're playing a break and retest to the downside, we're betting that price is going to continue moving down. If we were to play this to the upside, so let's say price broke above, then we retested here, we would be targeting this level. So we would be break and retesting to the upside. So it's really just a matter of which side you're break and retesting to. So right here, break and retest setup. You can also really look and identify that we have a trend right here. We have a downtrend. So that's the other thing I look for when I'm trading. I look for, if I had to sum up my strategy in 3 words, I would say trends, sessions, and liquidity, right? So I look at trends, I look at sessions, I look at liquidity. Trends are going to tell us the overall direction of what price is doing in a certain period of time. So right here, you can see that we have a downtrend. This is a very clear downtrend. We have a high, then we have a lower low, we have a lower high, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Lower low, lower high, and then right here we have a double low, and we bounce up, we make another lower high, and then I took a trade based off that trend continuing and us making another lower high. So that's another confluence for a break and retest. So in trading, you may often hear me use the word confluence. A confluence means a set of factors that allows me to enter or exit a certain trade. So for example, if this was just a break and retest, that would be one confluence, but since we have a break and retest and we're in a downtrend, and we have a New York open, those are 3 confluences. So the more confluences, the better. Confluence is simply just a reason to enter a trade. So you either have 1 reason to enter a trade or you have 5. The more confluences you have per trade, the better, because that means you have more reason to get into the trade and you also have more confidence to get into the trade. So now let's go ahead and look at some profits from these setups we're looking at. So as I told you guys right here, these setups were both called out on the live stream. So I was live with all of the premium members while I was trading, and I showed this exact setup before it happened. So let's look and let's see if anybody made some money. So my man O'Reilly made $625. This was on the 20th. My man Leo had his first big day. He made $987. So he's been practicing on a demo account for a while. He just switched over to real money. He made $987. My man O'Reilly made another $625 off that break and retest setup. And that's awesome. Leo List said that the course is fire. Nico made some money. There's a lot of options trades. I'm going to scroll past most of the options trades because this video is about futures. Although this is a nice trade, $1,200 in an hour. My man 123 made $944 off that exact same break and retest setup that I just showed you, right? So he said break and retest right there. And then my man Space made $1,100 off that exact same trade right here. So you can see that he said 100% accuracy in the game plan. Thank you. My man O'Reilly made another $500 off the break and retest I called out. So he's up around $1,500 for the day. My man Buddha took his first ever futures trade off that same break and retest. He got in a little bit later than I did, but he still made money. So he still made $50. That's awesome. And yeah, everybody's making money with options. And my man Progi made $1,400 off that break and retest setup. So as you can see, people made a ton of money off that break and retest. And my man Simon made a ton of money. That's a little bit of a long video. He sends trade recaps, but he made $1,000 in that trade. Then Progi with another $1,700. Progi finished the day with $3,600. So Progi was killing it, trading the break and retest on NQ. That's what we do. We make money. Now, that was that setup. Now let's look at today's setup and see if anybody made money with me today. So today's setup literally just happened like an hour ago. So let's skip to today. My man Captain Huss made $375 off that exact same break and retest setup. And then people are making money on options. My man Winston made $450 on that break and retest setup. You can see right here that he is up $450. And he said he made $450 on the break and retest setup called out by RP Profits, which is me. And then my man Consistent made $1,300 off the break and retest setup. That's awesome. He was on the live stream with me. He got in that trade exactly when I did. My man Buddha made a quick $30 off that break and retest. So this is actually Buddha's first time actively live trading futures, and he's already making some money. So this is awesome. This was his second trade. The first trade was the one I just showed you. And my man Alice says, not only was your live super helpful, but I went into detail, take time out of my day to make super helpful resources and to go into detail daily on my analysis. And we just had somebody pass their funded account, so we'll look at that in a second. So Alice made $206. That's awesome. She says totally worth it. And literally, as I'm recording this video, my man Josh just passed his funded account. I've been working one-on-one with Josh. So shout out to Josh. You just passed your funded account. That's my man right there. You can see he literally just passed the funded account challenge with $3,300 in profit. That's what we do. We make money. And you can saw it. It happened live. I literally am recording this video. It's 11:13 right now. He just sent this message in while I'm showing you this other profit. So that's awesome to see. Congratulations, my man. It's always a great feeling, right? Watching your hard work translate into something where you can actually get paid, you can make money, because we all work hard, and it's really nice when you're able to match up that hard work with getting paid and making money, right? There's nothing better than that. So shout out to Josh. That's awesome. He was actually trading that same break and retest setup that I did. So he made, I think, around $1,500 on that. And then while I'm recording this video, another setup played out, right? See, that's perfect, guys. I literally called this setup out as well. And I'll show you right now. In futures game plan, you can see that I said is one to the downside, right? So I expect us to reject. And I'm also looking for a break and retest setup, right? So I said I'm looking for a break and retest setup from New York Open. If we turn bearish, my first target that I expect price to reach is 5,511, right? So break and retest setup to New York Open, and then I'm targeting this setup, this level right here. But you can literally see right here, I was looking for a break and retest setup on this scenario, but obviously to the downside instead of to the upside. So I'm literally just saying that we're going to break and retest this level right here, which we did twice. We broke and retest right here, we break and retest again. This one was even more accurate. This was literally to the cent. I didn't take this trade because it was after my trading hours. I did take this trade. It was during my trading hours. But that's what we do, right? So we probably have some more profits from this setup. Yes, we do. I'm telling you, they're rolling in live. This is all live. This is why I recorded this video during market hours, because I wanted you to see exactly how we do it, how we execute what we're doing. So yeah, so my man just made another $526. So he took shorts off the New York Open retest, which is the setup that we just talked about. He deposited $450 into TradeOvate, so into the broker last night, and his account is now at $843 in less than 12 hours. So he says, RP strategy is flawless when coupled with proper risk management, which is so true. You can manage your risk, and you can use my strategy. You're going to make a ton of money. So he's up $526. That is awesome. So his account grew from $450 into $843 in less than 12 hours. So you can see it here. People are making money. This is awesome. Yeah. Really, really cool. So people are congratulating Josh for passing his funded account. I'm congratulating Josh. Good stuff, Josh. Right? So this is really just how simple the strategy can be. So let's go over it one more time. So we have highs. So we have the high of the London session. And then we have the low of the London session and of the New York session. Then we have the New York Open. And we were taking trades based off the reaction of the New York Open. So we took a trade based off of the break and retest right here. And then I called out another trade right here, which people made money on, and somebody just passed their funded account, and the other guy just made $526, right? So that's what we do. We make money, and that's how my strategy works. It's really just based on opens, highs, lows, and reactions. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into the reactions. There's other sort of reactions that I'll take trades based off of, but this is a little recap of exactly how I trade using the break and retest, how I make money every day, and how my premium members are able to make money right alongside me. If you want to join premium, you can click the link in the description of this video. I'll see you all soon. Have a great day. RP out.